to predictability. The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This whole world confusing me. Clouds as mean as you ever seen. Ain't a bird who knows you're true. Then a little voice inside you whispers, don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a face of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, life is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, and everywhere you look,
What is up, Wheaton Academy? Good morning and welcome to our second episode of the new school year. I'm your host, Lainey Jones. In today's episode, we'll catch you up on the start of the sports season, and we'll attempt to get off campus for lunch and still make it back without a tardy. But first, senior reporter Kenneth Holman takes a look at the hurricane that collided with Louisiana yesterday.
Yesterday at 11:55 a.m., on the 16th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Ida made landfall near Port Fourchon, Louisiana, as a Category 4 hurricane. According to the National Hurricane Center, the storm has 150-mile-per-hour winds and is creating dangerous storm surges and flooding. At 7 p.m., Ida was downgraded to a Category 3 storm with winds of 120 miles per hour. However, bands of heavy rain continued to spread as far east as Alabama and the western Florida Panhandle. New Orleans is without power due to catastrophic transmission damage from the storm. The storm will continue to move northeast over the next few days. Louisiana Governor John Edwards requested a major disaster declaration from President Joe Biden as his state continues to be pummeled by Hurricane Ida. President Biden has already signed emergency declarations for Louisiana and Mississippi. The storm stands to be one of the most devastating to strike Louisiana since Hurricane Katrina. From WATV News, I'm Kenna Tolman.
Our prayers go out to the people of Louisiana as they battle those hardships. Let's take a moment to get you caught up on a few announcements. The Video Club will be having an informational meeting today at lunch for anyone interested in live streaming events and chapels here at Wheaton Academy, or for anyone interested in making videos for various competitions. Come to Studio 22 today at lunch to learn more. Student Council would like to invite all students to a glow dance immediately following the football game on Friday night. This event is free and open to all Wheaton Academy students. Come out and support the team and stay for the dance. The Creative Writing Club, Outspoken, will have their first meeting on Thursday at lunch in room 208. The Business Club will also have a lunch meeting this week on Wednesday in the library. Show up to learn about what the club is about. The Keenan Community Student will begin meeting this week. They meet weekly on Wednesdays during lunch in the Whitechapel. Everyone is invited. And lastly, the yearbook is meeting again to begin work this current school year. The weekly meeting will take place on Thursdays in the library at lunch. Come to the first meeting this week to contact Ms. Spiller or Mr. Hotroff for more information. For your upperclassmen that aren't going to be attending one of those meetings this week, but find yourself wanting to get away from lunch, many of you will be asking the question, can we off-campus that? Tyler Abrams and Isabel Kelsch take it to the street for our next segment.
We were just 3 innocent students with perfect attendance records, and we had a dream to go to 3 restaurants in 1 lunch period. You know, as we started out on our mission to go to McDonald's, Steak and Shake, and Dunkin' in 40 minutes, we had a lot of enthusiasm. We didn't know the horrors that were to come. We made it through McDonald's and Dunkin', and there was only 1 stop left. You know, the turning point really was when Michael opened his burger and there were pickles on it. And that's when I knew things were going downhill fast. We pulled into the Steak and Shake drive-thru at 11:42 a.m. At this point, we had to choose, avoid getting a tardy or get our delicious $4 meal from Steak and Shake. With 5 minutes remaining until lunch ended, we had to make the hard decision to bail on our mission. We realized too late that the answer to the all-important question, can you off-campus that, was absolutely not.
And now, a quick word from our sponsor.
I'm working on a novel. It is a story of my life and my sister's.
Make it short and spicy. And if the main character is a girl, make sure she's married by the end.
Ouch! This is Meg, Amy, Beth, and Joe.
I intend to make my own way in the world.
No one makes their own way, least of all a woman. You'll need to marry well.
You are not married, aren't you?
Well, that's because I'm rich.
I believe we have some power over who we love. It isn't something that just happens to a person.
I think the poets might disagree.
We can leave right now. I'll sell stories, and you should be an actress, and you should have a life on the stage.
I have loved you ever since I've known you, Joe. I couldn't help it.
It would be a disaster if we
It
married,
wouldn't be a disaster.
Okay? We'd be miserable.
Joe, I'd be a perfect saint.
I can't.
So, who does she marry?
With every fall sport in regular season competitions this past week, Matthew Pasiak gets you caught up on what you might have missed.
For your sports recap, I'm Matthew Pasiak, and welcome back to the Warrior Sports Zone. Let's get you caught up on all the sports action from the past week. After tying IC Prep on Tuesday, boys golf got back to their winning ways on Friday with a decisive 49-stroke win over Westmont High School. Sam Dykema was 1 under par, leading the way for the Warriors. They play rival St. Francis on Tuesday. Girls golf captured second place in the Wheaton Cup on Monday and was also victorious over Westmont High School last Tuesday. Caroline Kelly was the team's best golfer in those 2 matches. Sumana Danielson was right behind her on Tuesday. Boys soccer tied Geneva on Thursday night and lost to Maine South on Saturday to bring the record to 1 loss and 1 tie. Reporter Marielle Domingo gives us more.
Boys soccer began their competitive season last week with their first game against Geneva High School last Thursday night. Geneva High School is a big school with almost 2,000 students in a 6A division in football. Last Thursday night, we tied with Geneva with a pretty even game with us having 51% of the possession and Geneva having 48.3%. We got some input from Coach Cody, and he says that the soccer team looks forward to a full season this year. And with last year's unfortunate events, this year changes with us playing in the conference schedule and playing in the state championship. Coach Cody says that he wants to defend their title and wants to build a great team and a great program. Names we should be on the lookout for is Hytham Nasser, Gio Nikowski, Robert Platt, Xander Anaya, Jude Barton, and Caden Massey. One of our biggest strengths would be our defense, with Declan Finnegan being an all-sectional goalkeeper. For WAT TV, I'm Marielle Domingo.
Boys and girls cross-country traveled to Yorkville last Monday to compete in a large invitational. Although finishing in second to last place in both team competitions, both teams had some great highlights. For the girls, Lily Lebo edged out Brooke O'Carroll by 1 second to finish 20th and 21st, respectively. For the boys, senior Sheldon Powell ran a personal best and broke the 16-minute mark for the first time in his career, while also finishing in 13th place. Girls tennis beat crosstown rival West Chicago easily and had all 4 doubles teams win for a clean sweep. Girls volleyball lost to Glenbard South last Tuesday, but hope to bounce back against Batavia High School on Wednesday. We'll be streaming that match on YouTube. And for more on volleyball, we go to reporter Casey Nichols.
Alongside the other fall sports, girls volleyball is starting up their season with their first few games in the upcoming weeks. My colleague Gabby Mitchell and I are here to give you the scoop. We talked to some of the players and coaches, and everyone is very excited for a somewhat normal season again. Although the players are still required to wear masks on the court, the season is back in the fall opposed to the spring like it was last year. We talked to assistant coach Miss Dunlap and asked her how she feels about the upcoming season. She is very excited for a full schedule of games and is looking forward to the senior leadership this year, especially as we welcome 2 new freshmen, Kira Morrison and Kiki Shields, to the team. We also talked to one of the captains, Maddie Miller, and she said, "I'm super excited. We got some younger girls on the team, and I think we have a lot of potential." The teams played last week against Glenbard South High School and have a few upcoming home games. On September 1st, they have their first home game at 5:30 in the Warrior Dome against Batavia. And following that, a game on Thursday, September 9th, against Ridgewood in the Warrior Dome at 5:30. So make sure to swing by and cheer the girls on. For Mall TV, this is Casey Nichols.
And finally, our boys football team unfortunately lost a close game against Brookfield East in Wisconsin on Friday night. The Warriors' 14-17 loss saw a couple of bright spots, with 2 forced fumbles and a 14-yard per pass average. The team will play this week at home on Friday. The game will start at 7:30 p.m., as you heard, and a glow dance will happen right afterwards on the field. That's all for sports today. Back to you, Lainey.
We're taking steps to improve our Instagram presence. Give us a follow and interact with us more often. We want to hear from you. Follow us at The Real Watt TV. That's all for us today. I'm Lainey Jones, and from all of us at Studio 22. Have a great day.